Glen, Logan. I'm 21, from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I play defensive line.
Rashard Lawrence, 20, Monroe, Louisiana, defensive line.
Farrell, 20, Mobile, Alabama, defensive line.
I think outside of New Orleans, right there in Kenner. I grew up in a two-parent household, but my dad died when I was 8, and my little brother was born when I was in middle school. So, I mean, growing up without a father, it was kind of hard. Getting to where I am now.
Well, I'm from Monroe, Louisiana. It's up north. Mom and dad were both in my life. Mom was a speech therapist, and my dad is a retired firefighter. I got a couple brothers, one from my mom and another one from my dad that are not actually, my parents. So it was good though. We're a middle class family. I grew up kind of in not a bad neighborhood per se, but an average neighborhood in Monroe, which is very, good. You get to be around friends and hang out, and I definitely grew up the hard way as far as just having to, defend myself and be who I am.
I'm from Mobile, Alabama. I live with both my parents. I grew up in a small city full of drama, you got brothers killing their sisters on accident. You got boyfriends killing their girlfriends on accident. You got friends dying together. Just a hard place to grow up. But my parents kept me out of that. They kept me in sports throughout most of my life to keep me out of the drama, away from my friends, you know what I'm saying? So it's just really a hard life growing up.
I started playing football at the age of probably 6 years old. I didn't really have an option. My dad made me play football, but it was fun. I enjoyed, going out there with some of the guys from the neighborhood and just.
Football affected my life a lot. I mean, on my dad's side, I'm the only first person to go to college and working on a degree. I mean, on my mom's side, I'm the only athlete. And I mean, it just gave me an opportunity to travel, be around great people. I mean, to learn beyond football, like about other people, school.
Looking back on it now, my mom and dad aren't the most, stable financially, but with doors I have to open with going to the next level and hopefully becoming a millionaire one day, or even, playing for whatever, it's gonna really help them out a lot, especially my mom, because she struggles day to day to kind of, make it herself now. So it's good to be able to help them one day.
Well, I started playing football in the 9th grade. I didn't really play football coming out. I was a basketball and baseball type of guy. But I started playing football in high school because my coach liked my talent. We just going out there playing flag football, PE. So I tried out in high school.
I mean, the environment wasn't that good. I mean, there was a lot of drugs, and that was the reason why we moved so many times. And my mom didn't want me around it, so I moved schools all the way to Destrehan. So I kind of got away from the bad part just to get to a good side of Louisiana. So then I guess the best part was going to high school around people that were not from a bad area and that were trying to be successful just like me.
Well, I mean, I grew up fighting a lot. I grew up in a neighborhood where we, the only way that you could fit in was to try to act tough, be tough, and I got jumped a lot. I had times where it was tough for me to even want to go outside, but it kind of made me stronger in a way, because seeing all the times where, guys were 10, 11 years old talking about smoking weed and drinking alcohol and stuff, it was different for me because my mom and dad raised me the right way. They taught me right from wrong, and I was like, wow, man, this is what the world is like. So for me, it took me a couple of times to just go out there and get beat up, not beat up, but actually jumped by multiple guys. And then one day my dad told me, he was like, you got to stand up for yourself.
I mean, it's really, all sports I play with some of my parents made me do. It's either you're gonna do that or you're gonna stay in the room all day. Cause I wasn't gonna be outside playing my nothing friends. Friends, all I do is sell crack, sell weed, you know what I'm saying, be in the jailbirds. My dad and my mom kept me away from that. I say it affected my life tremendously because, like once again I said, it kept me away from the negative aspects of life, you know what I'm saying? Like, football kept me out of the streets, out of parties, out of clubs. I always had practice, games, so it kept me away from the negative stuff.
But I see those guys, they're still in Monroe, you know, not doing much, you know, and it's tough to see, you know, but that's kind of how it is. Some of the positives I would say is my mom and dad didn't spoil me per se, but they got me what I needed and they treated me right, you know. My mom was always there for me. I could always go talk to her, and my dad was always there. They're not together anymore, but they would do anything for me and always be there for me in tough times. So it's good to know your parents care about you.
Around the community, you don't see many people make it out of there. I mean, it motivates you to at least want to be the one, and you go back and give back to your community.
What motivates you?
It's a little mixture of both. Sometimes it's about fun, but a lot of times it's about like business. Like, I want my little brother to grow up and like follow me and take the right route. Get my mom out of Louisiana. Show like other people from where I'm from that they can do it too.
I'm not one of those guys that are still in Monroe and, you know, doing the wrong things. I'm excited to have a chance to do something bigger than that. I think that's what motivates me. What motivates me is being able to really, you know, be that person that can, you know, go back to Monroe and people be like, wow, he made it. He did the right thing and it paid off for him. So I think that's what motivates me, to just show people, you know, when they see me on TV and making plays, playing football, you know, wow, this is a guy from Monroe that came from the south side of town and is doing something good.
I ain't know nothing about football, man. Once I got to high school, my coach, they started coaching me up hard. And I got to 10th grade, I started getting good. In 11th grade, I started getting offers. So I'm like, this is really true. I really got a chance to get up out of here. And my parents forced me, they pushed me, and then my coaches pushed me. And now I'm here today.
What?
Blessing, man. You know, my parents always kept me in church, so I was like, man, God is real, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything started coming to reality. And it was just,
I feel like my future would have been very different. I probably would have slid into drugs, selling drugs and stuff like that. Probably would have never made it to college. Maybe would have dropped out of high school. So
I just like the game, you know, so I can use my abilities to the top as I can, you know what I'm saying?
And do you think your future would be different if you didn't play football?
Yeah, it definitely would be. If I didn't play football, my parents ain't forcing me to get in them books, play sports, I'd be in the streets with my friends. You know, be in a bad spot right now.
my teammates, my brothers, I mean, I like, you know, just being around them. It's like a family. I mean, coaches are like a father figure, so I mean, having that all together is real meaningful.
My goals are to go high in the NFL draft next year and to be able to give back to my hometown in Monroe and all across Louisiana, showing that Rashard Lawrence was a great person on and off the field.
My goal is to make it pro and give back to my community and make sure my mom and my brother are good.
Well, my goal is to, God willing, make it to the NFL one of these years. Bless my mama with something real nice, my parents. Get back to my community, go back there and help the kids out. One day build something down there and just be successful, man.